Hello, welcome to Rivals of Aether Top 6 at Portland Retro Gaming Expo. This is pretty stacked for the size of the event.
I couldn't believe the top 8 you had sent me last night. I'm very excited for this.
I've been looking forward to it. I'm Jarek. This is PX Pride. We're going to be your commentators. And it's almost a little bittersweet because this is kind of an event set to sunset Rivals 1 for PDX Rivals specifically. I'm sure there's still going to be Rivals brackets around, but for us, we're really looking forward to Rivals 2, and this is a perfect venue. It's just a retro gaming convention. That's perfect for Rivals of Aether. So, yeah, you're looking at the bracket now. Well, we'll be looking at the bracket soon. The first ones we have will be Cake Assault versus BioBurb. That's a throwback.
Yeah,
it is.
Honestly, this bracket is just full of throwbacks.
Yeah,
I feel like we're going to see a lot of classics throughout the next couple hours.
Yeah, and this, I mean, will probably be the last time we see Cake against Bio in Rivals 1. Now that I think about it, it's just kind of sad, but also pretty awesome. Good way to end it. There's a few players that were initially in bracket that unfortunately had to DQ out. I just want to get a shout out to him real quick. Keeb, awesome. We all love Keeb, but he unfortunately got COVID a couple of days ago, so wasn't able to come here. And then one that is here, HKP, missed his bus. So he was late, so he couldn't enter Rivals 1, but he will be here for Rivals 2, so that's fun.
Awesome. So I guess first off, we're going to have Cake versus Bio, and then after that, we're going to have ZB versus LKs for our other winner semis match. Both of those are going to be very, very exciting.
Those are sets we've seen so many times before. Like, you love seeing those two. They're just fun. Just good people to hang around.
That's the kind of set you want to see in a Sunset tournament, per se.
Yeah.
You want to see these run-backs over and over again.
Also, just the fact that we have Cake and ZB here. They've been in PDX more, like, the last 6 months than they have the last 5 years, because they also went to Smash Camp.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, which is kind of nuts because most of the locals didn't go because we didn't know it existed, but they were here, which is kind of crazy. But they've been here. But the last time I personally have seen Cake was, like, Don't Park 2018. Like, it's been a while. Like, I love the Pacific Northwest. It's hard to travel up here because we're so far away.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But we do all we can. We run sick events up here. We got our own players up here that can hold their own.
Yeah, and it'll be cool to see the Rivals 2 events that happen once the game comes out.
And we're going to be seeing that, I mean, even before the game comes out.
That's true.
We'll be seeing it tomorrow. For those of you that are just here, 10 a.m. tomorrow will be top 8 for Rivals 2. So, first, we see the Hodan. We're seeing Forceburn versus Hodan.
Oh, that is a surprise to me. Has Bio been playing more Hodan
Yes,
lately?
Hodan is real. Bio, I mean, I think everyone knows Bio is the Raster main, but Bio has a whole cast of characters they can play. Like, and you have to respect literally all of them. They're all terrifying. The Hodan is, honestly, I kind of like this pick. Hodan is a terrifying character.
Why do you think they're opting for the Hodan instead of the classic bird?
Well, I was talking to Bio before this, and they had 3 options, really. The first one was Crag, which they didn't want to do because Cake is very good against Crag. The second one was Raster. Raster Forceburn is really stressful. You know, that's a long set, and it's in the pocket. You got it. If the Hodan doesn't work out, try it game 1. You know, go back to your tried and true Raster. Here we go. Game 1. We already see a lot of smoke. We already see a lot of empowered down special. Down tilt, up tilt. Expecting to see full-on monkey mode out of Hodan. They're just going to be mashing buttons.
Yeah, Bio's really getting in there with this character. I mean, he's up here is just covering so much space. Has Forceburn off stage.
Yeah, the question is, how is Cake going to adapt to this weird character? I mean, how much Hodan has Cake played?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an uncommon matchup. I mean, really all 4 workshop characters, despite them being out for a bit of time now, they're all relatively uncommon still. Hodan especially.
Yeah, I think the only one they'd really have a decent amount of experience with is probably Palm.
Yeah, I could see that.
But, you know, there's Hodans around. They're just, I feel like Hodan just plays his own game. Hodan doesn't play Rivals. Hodan plays Monkey.
Yeah,
and
we had the first kill.
All right, Bio takes first stock.
So far, the character pick looking pretty good. But we have a big combo coming out from Cake. Has Hodan off stage. Is the edge guard going to happen? We are continuing with the juggle. Bio fighting back out.
Yeah, Hodan's just a really scary character. Like, all of Hodan's moves you just kind of have to respect, which might be a little bit difficult for a Forceburn to deal with because Forceburn's used to having disjoints and whatnot. But suddenly you have to deal with this monkey mashing buttons at you.
Yeah, I think it's interesting when you usually are used to a certain kind of game plan and you play against a character that really forces you to sort of take the other role that you would normally play. Like, you think of Sportsman as a spacing character, generally.
That's what I like to call not a losing matchup, but a hard matchup.
I could see that.
Yeah, because you just have to play differently than what you're used to. A lot of adapting on the fly, a lot of dealing with this random thing you have less experience with.
Oh, and Bio has Cake off stage once again, getting this edge guard.
Still no resources, but you can always get your jump back to smoke.
Yeah, and Cake, one of the best recoverers in the game, of course.
But
But we
there
are
you
going
go.
to get the kill.
Dude, getting ledge trapped, when Hodan's ledge trapping you is just the most miserable experience. It's either down tilt and powered forward air, or there's so many options they have to cover every option you have.
I definitely see what you mean about this being a less maybe stressful matchup than the more Stolly Raster Forsburn matchup. I mean, they're really just both going at it. We have a lot of scrapping going on this whole game so far.
I feel like, oh, hold up and you're going to die from that. I feel like probably no DI was the best option there, or just straight up hold out. But yeah, I feel like this is less stressful because it feels like Hodan dictates neutral, which is not really something you can say about Raster Forsburn.
Interesting. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, Bio's done a great job of just controlling center stage the entire game. Often, Cake's openings have been just fighting out of the corner.
That won't kill unless
Oh!
bad DI. It did. Wow. So game 1 goes to Bio.
The monkey's in business.
It certainly is. Milestone, let's go!
BioBird taking game 1 over #1 seed.
Yeah, and this is it would be an upset of Bio 1, but it wouldn't be like the biggest upset in the world, you know. They've played so many times.
Absolutely.
I think the biggest advantage of going Hodan is that Bio and Cake have a million adaptations to each other. With Raster, with Crag, like, this is not the first time they've seen those matchups, but with Hodan, you need to adapt now to something that you don't have the 5th time adaptation to, or the 20th time adaptation to.
Yeah, the novelty factor definitely matters a lot more when you have really two top players of any game, because all these players have played each other so much at this point. Everyone of Winners has played each other many, many times at this point. Pulling out a wild card, big advantage at this point.
But it's working! This is also a really, really good stage to choose. I mean, Hodan doesn't mind this stage either, but also this is like Forsbur's home. It's Cake's home. Cake loves. The exact triple plat layout is just perfect for Cake.
Yeah, plus these platforms are going to be so good for extending Forsburn's recovery, which Hodan, I mean, Bio was doing a great job with the edge guards last game, but these extra options are going to make it a bit tougher for them.
Yeah, more platforms are always super useful for Forsburn.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice
good parry. That is a deceivingly difficult move to parry because you can see it, but also the hitbox is huge for it.
Ooh, Bio running away a bit, but finally finding that opening, not only be able to convert it, but pushing Forsburn all the way to the corner. And we have the fight back from the corner, from the left to the right. I think the circular nature of the stage really lends itself to a lot of this sort of around the world play from both sides, where neither of them is really able to keep each other in the corner for very long. I think it tends to be one of the sort of defining factors in terms of how the neutral plays out.
Yeah, and that is really the biggest thing that's so scary with Hodan's. The punish game is just, oh, what an up smash. I don't really know the read they were going for. Maybe they thought they tried to plat drop off the top plat, but it's one hell of a call out. That or a flub. Ooh,
Now we have
so close.
Now we have a big lead from Cake. We're going to have to see something special happen from Bio here.
Which
But-
Hodan is possible of doing.
Yeah, anytime you have a big punish game character, that really increases your comeback factor by a lot. But at this point, the pressure is on. I mean, Cake is just keeping this going.
Yeah.
75%
All right,
on the monkey.
just wait.
Okay, that...
How was that an option?
I like the teabag.
That is actually quite the option to parry the clone with down smash. It's one of those real but not real options. So okay, we need an early stock or you're dead. You're just dead.
You're just
You got down tilted at ledge by force sprint, you are dead to a back air.
And so now we're in the situation where not only does Bio get stage counterpick, we have to see if they are going to opt for a character change. Honestly, like, with how the momentum was going game 1, I could see them absolutely just stay with the monkey.
Alright,
Like
so
the
if
stage
Cake,
that they contributed to the game 2.
so if Cake knows what he's doing, which he does, ban Tempest. Yep, there it is. Hodan on Tempest is ugh. Not a matchup you want to deal with. Like, you purple so easily on that side platform. If you get up smash on that side plat, you are dead at like 20. Like, it purples that early. Because there's no stage to tech on.
Alright, we are going to tower.
This is an interesting choice. This is a really good force sprint stage. Alright, we're seeing a more stally kind of play coming from Bio. A lot of sweat swirls. This is annoyingly difficult to deal with. Those things are hard to parry with a different timing. Especially the slow one is way slower than I always think it's going to be. I always find like the faster moves are actually easier to parry than the slow ones.
Yeah, because you don't have to sort of fight your subconscious as much, right? Because
You just want to hit the button.
Yeah. You see the input on the screen, you're like, okay, I gotta press that parry button as soon as I can, but gotta catch yourself a bit for the slower ones. Right now, Cake doing a good job just controlling center, keeping Hodan off stage over and over again.
Alright, we played a Bio has slowed it down quite a bit, which is the right choice. If you get run over the last game, I think slowing it down is the best option you can do.
Yeah, both of them just trying to play the spacing game in neutral. Now Hodan has Cake off stage.
Ooh, how did that Nair beat the down special? That's crazy.
Pretty surprised by that. The hitbox is a little weird on that move.
No, that didn't purple. Man, Hodan is a fat monkey. Yeah, that's a pretty smart move. Just put yourself in smoke, and you can react to the down special there. Bio doesn't know where you're going to be. Yeah, Hodan does live for a really long time. That's the other thing. Hodan will just survive. That should be it, yep.
It does seem like a lot of the game right now does come down to just whether Bio is able to keep smoke out of play for as long as they can.
Yeah, which sweat swirls are really good for doing.
Yeah, they're having to throw out a lot of moves just to clear the smoke over and over again. Cake's doing a great job just setting it up, keeping it as a constant threat. But once Bio is able to push Cake all the way off stage.
Sweat swirls.
Oh my lord.
Like, what do you do?
Yeah, that's tough to deal with. I mean, if you can get the parry timings, you know, that goes a long way. I mean, once you're up in the air, it's a bit harder.
Just clearing out that smoke, just constantly getting attack damage. One down tilt to ledge will kill Cake. Because it'll be down tilt and powered forward air. And that's so hard to deal with.
Oh, that up B missing gives Cake an opportunity to come back. And Cake's going to get a combo started. Is he going to convert? No, but he's going to tack on some damage. Keep the momentum. Bio doing a great job recovering.
It is pretty difficult to edgeguard Hodan. Hodan has so many ways to stall and last out there forever. Oh, but just raw up smash is going to kill. Another really good thing for Sweat Swirl is it just gets rid of Clone. A Clone is huge to deal with because you are forced to make a choice when Clone is in front of you.
Yeah, and Hodan really doesn't want to commit as much as he can avoid it.
Yeah, I mean, no one wants to commit as much as you want to avoid it, so...
That's true. But,
look at all these Sweat Swirls. Like, just deal with this. And there you go.
Oh, nice. Okay, we're last talk apiece.
And let me tell you, someone that plays Bio a lot, dealing with this is really annoying.
I can believe that.
Oh, don't hold out there. Okay.
All right, good DI from Bio. But Cake keeping this rinse and repeat going. Oh, back to center stage.
They made it
nice.
back. This is a fat monkey, so Bio is not out of it unless you DI bad.
Not the DI we were looking for. Cake gonna go up 2-1 here.
Game number 3 right there to Cake Assault as well.
Oh, and the bird is coming out.
Definitely
I love looking at the comments on Twitch and seeing Bio versus Cake. What year is it?
easy for us.
Tempest is open. Bio should absolutely pick Tempest.
Does Bio like Tempest? I think a lot of players, even when it's beneficial for them, they just don't like the stage.
I would agree, but also Tempest is absurdly beneficial. Don't go back to that stage. You got destroyed on that stage. Oh, Bio's running it back to this stage. Oh, we're going Raster. Okay, so Hodan's gone.
It's a move of confidence.
I don't actually like that option because the Hodan was doing pretty good. But, why not? Let him experiment a little bit. They're both the winners. They'll have more sets to play.
I mean, we're seeing really good platform play with the side platform so far coming from Raster, so I see the pick working out so far. I think to sort of reach Raster at the edge of that platform, Forsburn does have to commit more than he wants.
Yeah, now that situation there is so much more like stressful than if you're playing Hodan because you could just die. You're Raster. But relatively even so far, kind of going back and forth, trading some hits. No one's gotten anything big yet.
It does seem that Bio is a lot less concerned about the smoke on this character pick. I mean, you have the slipstream, but you also have the insane aerial drift on Raster to just clear the smoke very easily, so it's...
Yeah, I think it has more to do with just you have a little bit of a cooldown on slipstream, so it's a little harder to clear it that easily. But Bio... Okay, so Bio playing Raster is going to play this way more passively. Like, that's just kind of what you have to do as Raster in this matchup, and in most matchups, really. You want to do basic bait and punish, and then you want to hit really hard because you're Raster.
Pi doing a great job using the skies to stay clear of danger, but Cake catching that landing, hiding in the smoke, catching another landing.
Cake's starting to get some momentum here. Missed the wave land.
It does seem that Bio is starting to be pretty aggressive about approaching the center, and Cake is calling them out for it. Ooh, coming in from above with the fair. Not really able to convert though.
Oh, yeah, that'll kill. That'll kill about 20% earlier than that. All right, using the smoke way up there. I don't know about that tornado option, but didn't get punished for it. And takes the kill. All right, we're last stock. Bio can bring this to game 5.
Yeah, that smoke to disguise those approach reinforcements so difficult to deal with. Getting those surprise nairs, getting those surprise down.
Cake, what are you doing
where
down
are you
there?
going?
Okay, well, it doesn't get punished, so it's fine. Didn't happen.
Yeah, I'm surprised Bio not able to cover the side platform. I guess it's hard to cover both platforms at once.
Yeah, this stage does give Forceman quite a few ways to recover.
It's really one of his biggest benefits here. But Bio, holding their own, is getting these pokes, playing this really campy neutral game.
Completely even game right now.
But Cake doing a great job not biting. I think a lot of players would bite in the situation, just throw themselves into the corner and get destroyed for it.
Yeah, they're both playing super passive. Oh, this could be it. Oh, so close. Uh-oh, well, that's bad. All right, they're on the ground. They got their jumps back. That's not an option. I think it was side B is what they meant to do.
Hey, it could have been the coolest read of all time.
It could have been.
All right,
Look out for back air.
Okay, force burn off stage. Bio,
Bio, what are
committing
you
really
doing?
hard. Uh-oh.
That was a flood. It wasn't even commitment.
Oh, that
my
cave
gosh.
Angle. That was such a close game 4, but
That was one flub. Sending yourself off stage is all Cake needs.
yeah. Great games.
All right, so, man, I love seeing this, though. It's like 5 years ago. We were just talking about the last time we saw Cake up here was in Don't Park back in 2018, and that was the same exact set we saw back in 2018.
Yeah, Cake doing a great job that whole set, carrying a lot of momentum into winners finals.
So next we're going to
playing
see
hot
another
today.
classic set, ZB versus Elkies.
Yeah, this will be very, very exciting. They were playing some friendlies right before this, right before top 8.
These two are the characters of Top 8. They're very interesting people. We love them. We don't see that in a bad way. They're just very funny people. It is also hilarious to listen to Cake and ZB talk. Just passive arguments nonstop about things that are not real arguments, but just like little nudges at each other here and there.
Not real arguments. What do you mean? What are these fake arguments they have?
Like ZB talking about how Albany is more of a real city than Pittsburgh, and then Cake going back about that. They talked about that for about 40 minutes yesterday while we were eating food.
How do you talk about that for 40 minutes? What is there to elaborate?
It's ZB. That's all you need to elaborate on.
The deep philosophical discussion of what constitutes a city. What is a city? So
Forgot how early that kills. I mean, I think that's more. I mean, it does kill early. Force burn out smash kills very early. But also, when you're Raster, anything off the top is going to kill you so early.
yeah, that cape sent is just the perfect angle for that. I mean, sometimes you see some inconsistency with that follow-up, but right there it just worked out perfectly for Cake. ZB definitely going Crag.
I don't know what Elky's going to do. No one ever knows what Elky's going to do.
ever knows.
Elky's might just Crag Ditto. But Claren. Nobody's going Claren. Come on. Oh, they just want a baby dash. That's the only reason they picked Claren. Is ZB actually going Claren? ZB better not be going Claren.
I mean, ZB sometimes plays Claren, you know.
All right, we're seeing the maple from Elky's.
All right, we got some controller setting coming from ZB. Are we
ZB
having...
loves his run dead zone being way high.
Oh, I see.
I remember years ago, this is a long time ago, ZB, I think he was playing Sego, and he went up like big that game, and then he said, hold on, my settings are wrong. And then when they restarted the game, he lost.
That's awesome.
Which is the most ZB interaction I can ever say.
Hey, at least he lost on his terms.
Yeah,
You know,
ZB
that's what
only goes
matters.
out his way. It's ZB.
6 continues here in Rivals of Aether here at Portland Retro Gaming Expo. Up next.
Yeah,
we're gonna
still an
have
unknown
ZB
what character we're going to see from ZB.
versus
I mean, I assume he's going to actually go Craig, but we'll see.
Winner of this is going to play against Kakasol in the winners finals.
All right, ZB looks like he's going to be very picky about his settings.
They were both playing secondaries and friendlies earlier, you know.
As
each,
they do.
Getting each other on the wrong initial foot. You know, that's the the pre-top 8 mind games. Wait, is ZB actually thinking about this? Okay, no. it's
Okay.
not.
No. All right, we're going to be seeing the Crag versus the Maple. This is the classic we've seen between these two so many times, and they've been really close lately.
My understanding is that the last few sets, Elkis has taken it. For most of their history, I think ZB was favored, but in the recent history, Elkis has been
a
favored.
recent Malo? That actually could be real.
Oh,
ZB
interesting.
does have a Malo.
Has he been playing Mala more these days? I mean, I remember him playing a bit of Heatwave, for example.
I'll be honest, I don't know what he's done recently because we've mostly been focusing on Rivals 2 all summer.
That makes sense, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I know a lot less about the Maple Mala matchup, just as, you know, with most Workshop matchups, they're, I think, all a bit underdeveloped. Maple Crag, obviously, most Maples like it, most Crags don't. So I could see ZB just not wanting to deal with that matchup, especially if the last couple sets didn't go in his favor.
Or they could just be doing the try game one. If it doesn't work out, then swap to the tried and true Crag.
Yeah, that's fair enough as well.
I've always liked that instead of trying your main and then it's not working out, and you're already like in your own head because you're losing. It's like, all right, well, let's try the secondary and see if that works. Like, try your experiment first.
Plus, if you want the second character later on in bracket, it gives you a bit of warm up.
Also, when you're playing a game, playing a character, like, for example, if Elkis is picking a secondary here, like, Maple's really hard to play at a high level for a long time. Like, it's such high execution, so high APM, like, you have to make so many good choices. But here we go, starting on Gates.
All right, and with the Malo in play, Elkis is going to have to do a good job just navigating around these bombs, or just getting so up in Malo's face that Malo doesn't even have time to set up.
We've already seen, how many bombs has ZB already pulled? But a good parry.
Oh, nice parry. And nice jab check.
Still alive, has the mark on ZB. Oh, so close.
Elkis doing a great job with this chase. ZB breaking out, has Maple in disadvantage. They're just going back and forth.
Oh, remark.
Okay. Bit of an awkward charge strong, but...
Oh,
this
risky, but
is-
almost killed. They're scrambling. Nobody can hit each other. ZB's going to do this. All right, made it back. ZB can stall for basically forever if he wants to do that. But just dead to the forward air that never purples but always kills you.
Oh, and that's not going to kill. That's actually kind of big. It gives Elkis another chance. Once again,
Still
Elkis has
alive.
another chance. Oh, and
Retreating
gets an
back to
opening.
Lily.
What kind of extra credit are we going to get? Oh, bombs away.
Only 21%. That's not a whole lot. This is basically an even game.
You have the juggle coming from Elkis. She can keep it up. Oh, all getting back to the ground. Getting a little poke in, but not a lot yet. Still in disadvantage. Ooh. ZB going high.
Okay, Lily just bailing Elkis out there. I was going to say, charging the SMS at ledge against Malo is almost never the right option because Malo can always just stall tech. And then you're just going to get hit. But Lily was just there in the right spot, so what do I know?
Yeah, I mean, those platforms really working out. If you have Lily up on a platform and you're, covering the floor below, that's a really good edgeguard situation for you. ZB getting a lot of hits, but not really able to convert. Not really able to
Oh, we
convert
get
a
the
lot of them.
Elkis. Okay, but ZB rightfully DIs upward to get out of the wobble situation.
Okay, we have Lily set up once again.
Still alive.
Elkis
Should
gonna
make
cover
that back,
ground
should
once
tech stall, miss the waveland, and just no punish.
Oh, that's a read, but it wasn't punished, so it's a safe read.
Elkis is gone. All right, there we go. I was going to say Elkis was starting to fish to try to get that stock, but it worked out in the end. So, do we see ZB swap to Crag?
I think so. I mean, what we didn't see from ZB that game was really the punish game. And I think that's part of why it started to feel
The
safer
Edalus.
for LKs to start throwing out these random moves at the last stock and start fishing.
So this is real. We're seeing the ZB Aether.
This surprises me. I guess he really just doesn't want to play Crag in this matchup.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's not like the Edalai love this matchup either. But, let's see how it goes.
Where are you going? I think that's unfortunate. I think Elkies thought that they were ZB, and they're dead. Wow, that is a terrible way to start the game.
We'll call that a 0 to death.
Self-inflicted 0 to death. That
Okay.
almost happened again, but
We're going to get the rinse and repeats. Lily helping out. Ooh, armoring through that.
you know, maybe it was actually just deep mind games to make ZB think that Edalus is the correct option, so he doesn't go to Crag.
That's genius, honestly. That's why these players are in top 8.
Yeah, we would never think to do that.
Elki's throwing out moves a bit on the edge guard.
When was the last time we've seen an Edalus in top 8?
That's a good question.
It had to have been either Bagel or... It couldn't have been Bullets.
Probably not. Did Billets? Yeah, I don't remember.
Because Bullets retired like a while ago.
There were a lot of Edalai at Heatwave. I don't really remember the results of how they did.
Alright, so this is actually not that bad. It looks really bad when you're down 3 to 1 stocks, but as long as you clear that third stock without taking damage, you're only down 1 stock at that point. You just can't take much percent in this stock. And that... Oh.
Ooh, good up tilt to follow up. Keeping it going with these up airs. Edalus going real high.
And we're an even game now, basically. Granted, it is Rockwall against Edalus, and you're at 50% as Maple, but, like, it's better than being down 3 stocks.
Yeah, absolutely.
That might just be it. No, wow.
I mean, Rockwall might be really good for ZB's kill potential here, but these platforms are really nice for Elkies to just move around and, you know, dodge all these hitboxes coming from Edalus.
This is going to be a 3-stock comeback if Elkies wins this game.
Yeah. Ooh. See, nice use of platform. Just get out of danger. Force ZB to commit over and over again until you can get your own opening. Oh, and there's the dash attack. Not converting so far. They're just slip sliding around each other.
Lily is your best friend right here. Oh, what a berry!
Ooh, that up strong coming out a little too late. Oh,
Misses
Lily
the
help-
parry, but gets nothing out of it.
Yeah. Oh, that was a
the
commitment.
Dacus, yeah. Just fished a little bit there. But if you're ZB, I think honestly swapping to Crag now is the best thing you can do, because
On the win?
yeah, because it's like Elkies went down basically more or less SD'd on the first stock, and then the game almost with Elkies anyway. I felt like Elkies had most control of that game, and ZB clutched it.
I guess that's true. Yeah, I could see that logic just for the momentum swap.
That would
itself.
also like tilt the hell out of the other person. If you're trying to get into their mind, that would be so tilting. You almost do a 3-stock comeback, and then they're like, no, you don't get to try it again. You don't get that control. We're going to another character now.
Yeah, I could see that. We're thinking Tempest. We're going to go to Fire Capital.
Oh. I mean, this is a good Maple stage, but it's also like a really good Edalus stage.
I mean, a lot of space to set up Ice for Edalus, but a lot of space for Maple to just move around and dodge things. So I can kind of see it either way.
Yeah, usually this is just a stage I ban against Edalus outright. But Edalus and Sylvanos are two characters that are kind of hard to just full-on ban their good stages. Because you want to ban any, like, flat, big stage.
Yeah, I can see that. And at least this big flat stage is not truly flat. You know, we have some of these really high platforms to work with that we're going to see OP's take 2 over and over again. Elki surviving that. Oh, and we're going to reverse the edge guard situation.
How do you like that up special cancel by getting hit into another up special true combo?
That's awesome.
I will say, ZB is objectively using the best Edalus skin. No bias to the black and red colors.
It is pretty nice.
I love the Genesis skin for Edalus. It looks very clean.
I mean, so far it seems like the stage is working out quite well for Elki, as Elki's just rushing ZB down over and over here.
Yeah,
And
I think the whole, like I said, it felt like Elki's kind of had control over the last game. Just it was one of those unfortunate games, you know?
Going in a bit too raw with that fairy, getting parried, getting killed for it. Still up a stock. Oh, and getting the parry has ZB off stage. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Tacking on damage.
Okay, Edalus Nair. Pulling a Luigi Nair.
Or we're just going to break out with up B. Oh,
How do you
nice.
parry that? How do you parry that? What are these
excuse me?
parries? They're better than us. I mean, objectively, they are just better than us.
Ooh, and we're going to land that fair. Are we going to kill off stage?
Damn.
Yes, we are. Nice
All right, we're
bicycle
last
fair.
stock now.
And we might get another comeback with
This
this
is
time
this
from
is
the
an
other direction.
extremely important stock. Like, losing this game is awful for you. And there we go. There's Elkies. Elkies up 2-1. So ZB has to outright win on Elkies counter breaks now. Well, if Game 5 happens.
Closer and closer as it goes.
So now ZB has to decide if the crack's coming out. Looks like we're staying Edalus.
Interesting. I really want to know ZB's decision making for staying Edalus and not going crack at all. I guess it's hard to say without knowing how the last matchups went.
This
Because there has to be a reason.
this might be silly, but I do wonder if it's a muscle memory thing because he plays crack in Rivals too.
Maybe?
Ooh, and we got the whip. ZB breaking out, getting some big combos, keeping Elkies up in the air. Elkies having a hard time coming down, just matching that down B over and over. Finally gets it. Oh, off the top! Nice. Alright, we're gonna deal with Lily right away. ZB's gotta take the stock quickly.
Oh!
Nice mix-up. Yeah, that's one of those moves that you can't just throw out over and over again, but you save it for just the right
Yeah.
time when no one's expecting
Yeah.
it, and you suddenly just get the stock.
Hitting people with that is like one of my most fun experiences in a game like this because it doesn't require me really to be like execution good. It just required to be like, I hit the funny button and it worked.
That time he hit the funny button again, but this time Elkies was prepared for it. Gets the parry. Oh, gets another
Elkis
parry.
is so good at parrying. I don't know how. I mean, ZB is too. Like I don't know how they're parrying each other so much. Probably because they played each other so much.
Yeah, potentially. I think a lot of the time you go for a parry in this game, you're not necessarily reacting to the move itself, but reacting to the movement that comes right before the move. And if you get used to those patterns over and over again,
Yeah, you're predicting the move coming out of the movement.
ooh, nice
Oh.
up B. It's not gonna kill.
And
That's also
oh,
not
so
gonna kill.
close. Really good DI to survive. Tried it again, and that time led to your death. It only works once, I guess.
Yeah. 1 out of 3, not looking great so far.
That should be
But
it, though.
okay,
Yeah.
we have a tied game. ZB could take this to game 5 here.
Elkis could just straight up win it, or he could go get game 5.
Oh, just coming in with that dash attack. Nice. Oh, we have these Nair chains. This is looking bad for Elkies. Oh, that up air just barely missing.
If you're Elkis, you really don't want to go to a game 5 because you don't know what character ZB's going to pull out or what's going to
That's
happen.
true.
So,
Yeah, imagine ZB takes this and switches to the Crag. Now you have to deal with a whole new matchup on the last game that finally matters.
with the character he knows best.
Why are you down being so much?
It's ZB. We know not to question the Zeebs. Oh, still alive though. Edos can survive from way out there. Oh, run into the hammer.
Oh, oh, oh. Okay, ZB living. How's he going to recover? Oh my god, makes it back. Oh, that DAC is missing.
So tense, so close.
Oh, that misses. We got the dash attack. We got the...
Could be it. That's it.
Okay, and Elkies will
All right,
take
Elkis
it
wins
3-1.
3-1, but one of the closer 3-1s you're going to see.
That was tight.
So Windows Finals is going to be Cake versus Elkies, which is the 1 seed and the 3 seed because ZB was seeded 2. But they're all those. I mean, ZB and Elkies are like right next to each other, so
for
those
sure.
are always super close. Seeding Bio was the one that was difficult because like Bio hasn't played in a while. You never know where to throw them, and that what happened off stream before top 8. Bio played Mystery Soul, and that ended up being Game 5 last hit.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, that was the 4 and 5 seed.
Okay.
So it was like either one of those could have gone anywhere. So this sets up for ZB versus Mystery Soul and Bio versus Haze. We'll probably be seeing Bio versus Haze next.
Yeah, looks like we have Bio walking up at the screen here. Bio Haze is going to be interesting. We're going to have Clarin versus, I mean, I was going to say Raster, but maybe the Hoedown comes out. I don't know at this point.
Yeah, Bio can play pretty much any character they want to play, so who knows where they're going to go. Haze is very likely to be a Haze is very likely to be Claren. I think they might have accidentally turned the computer off.
Uh-oh.
And if they did that, that would be a little unfortunate. So
Remember, when it comes to fighting games, everything's a mind game.
even the setups are a mind game.
Everything's a mind game.
Yep. Yep.
Potentially, we also could see the Maple coming from Haze. Haze was trying to grind a lot more Maple over the course of the last year, and in Rivals 2 plays both Claren and Maple as well.
Yeah, I think at this point, Maple is more of Haze's main in Rivals 2 than Claren.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I at the last monthlies, because we've been doing monthlies every month for the beta and stuff like that, I can't recall a time Haze went Claren in bracket. Like, they've been playing a lot of Maple, which, to be fair, is kind of a good character a little bit.
She seems good.
I feel like in Rivals 2, Maple also got the big advantage of just inputting things as Maple is easier in Rivals 2 than Rivals 1. Not to say the character is easy, but you know what I mean when I say that.
Sure.
Yeah, so very, very good.
Yeah.
It looks like we have the computer back up and going, so not really sure what happened there, but
Awesome.
no huge hiccups.
Yeah, so I don't know who Haze is favoring more in Rivals 1 these days. We'll have to see. I mean, traditionally, Haze, you see
Probably
them
Claren.
bring out Claren more often. But they were trying to like Maple more and more, especially for certain matchups that seemed a little bit sketchy for Claren.
Yeah, that for sure is the thing, is that Haze really doesn't like the Claren versus Sylvanas matchup, which is fair because that matchup is really hard for Claren.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few others that I'm forgetting off the top of my head,
So
but
is,
that was
is
the
Raster
main
one of
motivation.
them? Is, I guess, one of the
I
big
don't,
questions here.
I don't think it is. Claren Raster, that's been people argue about that all the time. Is it really losing for Claren as bad as people say it is? Like, I feel like up in the Pacific Northwest, people generally don't have that mindset when it comes to it. They generally are like, it feels relatively fine.
The thing is, I think it's really hard to gauge the Raster matchup directly from experience, because I think Raster is a character that varies really wildly as you get towards the top. Like suddenly, like once you get towards the top, a lot of combos that people were able to get out of are just turning into confirms, and suddenly the punish game just shifts like that.
And when you have your choice is basically, are you saying Claren loses against blue or Claren loses against bio?
Right.
And those are two very, very different things. So, you know, there's a playstyle for Raster. There's a multiple playstyles for Raster. I feel like I don't think I've seen two Rasters play even remotely similar. It's still wild watching, I think it was Blue versus Bio back when they were formerly known as Windows at Genesis play each other. And there was just like two totally different characters playing each other. So it's always fun to watch that. And I like watching Dittos most of the time. There's a few exceptions, but who do you think the best Ditto in Rivals 1 is?
Ooh, that's a tough question.
I think it's an easy answer.
You think it's an easy
I think
answer?
It's an easy answer.
You're crazy. There's no easy answer to this question.
It's Crag.
I was going to say Crag is the funniest Ditto.
Yeah, that's the most fun Ditto.
Funny and best are not necessarily synonyms. Like, it's definitely a funny Ditto.
I don't know, for me, you've seen me play Rivals.
Yeah, okay, I've seen you play Rivals. I understand your perspective and where it's coming from here.
I understand your perspective and understand where it's coming from, but you're wrong.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying it's open to interpretation. That's all I'm saying. I think I like a lot of the fast-paced Dittos. Like, I think Zetter and Ori and Maple are all really fun to watch. But Crag, of course, is a classic.
Yeah, I think for me, the two best Dittos in the game are either Crag or Zetter. It's like Crag for the silly stuff, Zetter for... I mean, Zetter has silly stuff, but Zetter Dittos are...
Zetter Dittos are just hype.
Yeah, they're
like,
just fun to watch.
It's just two solid fighting game players going at it, you know? With, like, a fast-paced, well-rounded character. Like, I feel like it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's got everything you want in a matchup.
Is there a Rivals 2 tournament today? Yes, but top 8 will be tomorrow at 10 in the morning. Is Zetter any better in Rivals 2? Well, Zetter's already pretty good in Rivals 1, but yes, Zetter is nutty in Rivals 2. Like, it is so much shield pressure. Like, immediately looking at what has been added to Rivals 2 with just grabs, ledges, shield pressure, like, all of that benefits Zetter.
And shield recently got nerfed, I believe, which means that Zetter's shield pressure is going to be even more bonkers.
Which I like the change, personally.
Yeah, me too.
So there's two changes they made to shield. I like one, I don't like the other one. The main change they made is that shields are just weaker. So you should be seeing more shield breaks. I like that, because they don't feel super weak, but they don't feel too strong. I feel like it's at a good middle ground right now. The other change they made is you can't buffer things out of shield. I don't like that change, and that's one that seems really confusing to me.
I think that one has been like a pretty controversial one here. Like I've talked to a lot of different people about it. I personally like the change. I understand where it's coming from in terms of not liking it. I think, you know, if there was a clear-cut indicator for when you're in shield stun, it would feel better, because I think the feel is like what a lot of people don't like about it. I don't know what your thoughts are on why you don't like it.
So personally for me, I'll state by it doesn't actually affect me because like coming from like Melee and from other Smash games, like I'm used to just doing things out of shield as they are. So it doesn't affect me to not have that buffer, so to say. But I do think one of the more frustrating things is I pressed the button and it didn't happen.
I think that's frustrating, and so I think an indicator that makes it clear when a button's not going to do anything would make that feel better. The reason I like it is, I mean, you see this phenomenon in Melee where you're more rewarded for the timing mix-ups when you don't have the extra leniency.
I see the issue they're having. Haze is on a Switch controller.
Oh.
So we're having classic Rivals 1 controller issues. Some things never change.
Yeah, buffer out of shield stun is not really... It's a very different kind of situation than buffer out of most situations, where, like, you know, I think most Rivals players like the overall buffer mechanics in Rivals 1 and Rivals 2. But shield stun is kind of a weird thing because your opponent is the one putting you in shield stun. It's not really like most buffer situations. And so being able to reward the offender for mixing up their timing on shield, forcing the defender to call out that timing, I think that's a really nice change.
The way I look at it is if they had time to buffer something out of shield, the shield pressure wasn't true anyway.
But shield pressure doesn't have to be true for it to still be a good option, and that's why I like it that way.
But it still puts them at disadvantage because they have an option out of it, but I want to call it the next option. That's what I'm trying to do by hitting your shield.
I mean, I guess I just think it linearizes the game when you make it very strong to act out of shield versus giving you an incentive to stay in shield sometimes. Like...
I feel like there's always, like, Rivals 2 is at a point where it's deep enough to where you pretty much always have an option somewhere.
It's fair
so
enough.
I haven't had too much of an issue with it. Keep in mind, this is coming from someone who is playing Locks in Rivals 2 and has played against a lot of Zetters this weekend. Boy, Zetter shield pressure on Locks is one experience.
I mean, so that is the one thing. How you balance the game is going to be different depending on whether you have the shield stun buffer or not. And it remains to be seen how the new balance patch works with the lack of shield stun buffer.
Hey, let's go. We got it working. All right, cool.
All right.
So, for most of this bracket, that's not an issue. Haze is running Switch. Everyone else is running either Xbox or GameCube. So this is the one outlier. Last time we ever have to deal with it.
Cool.
I love Rivals 1, but that's one thing I really look forward to is that it's really nice to just boot up Rivals 2, put the Mayflash to Wii U, and it just works.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to restart the game a billion times. We love Rivals 1, but it's definitely held together by duct tape a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like we are going to see Bird versus Clarion, the two classics from these players.
Yeah, as far as I know, Haze doesn't really have major qualms with Raster. I think most of the Pacific Northwest doesn't have major qualms with Raster just in general. So we're kind of the odd region out in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're starting now. Bio versus Haze. For those of you that do not know, Bio, classic player, been around a long time. Was ranked top 3 for many years. Haze is a local PR player. Right now, currently the best Rivals 2 player, was the second best player in Oregon for Rivals 1, right behind Ty the Guy, who could not make it today. Very good Claren. Very, very solid Claren. Definitely one of the Clarens around.
Ooh, getting out of that combo. Nice. Yeah, I think Haze in general, Haze in specific, I mean, you mentioned that PNW doesn't really have much of a Raster, much of that mentality about Raster, but I think Haze in specific, I think has a pretty good mentality about most matchups, where like a lot of people will be like downers on Claren, or just be like, wow, Raster's broken and like wins all these matchups ridiculously hard. But I think Haze has always had a pretty good mentality about Claren's capabilities.
Yeah, Haze is definitely a Claren believer, with the exception of Sylvanos.
Yes, which is very understandable.
Yeah, Haze is more of a Claren believer than I am personally, because there's a few matchups I look at Claren. Like, mostly Claren's great, but there's a few matchups I look at and I go, man, what does Claren do against Force Burn? Stuff like that. But we saw Bio take the lead, and Haze having a hard time getting back to the ground.
Yeah, Haze is going to have to clean this up soon, otherwise by just attacking all this extra credit, already at 73%, we might actually see a kill soon. That Uppy's not going to kill, but... Alright, Haze gets Bio off stage. Bio just gliding back on. Doesn't even care.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is also another thing, is that if we see a swap to Hodan... Oh, that just killed, no tech. But if we see a swap to Hodan, Hayes very much so believes Hodan's a really silly, dumb character. Like, not like in a salty way, but like, this is a really silly character, you know? So, that could come into play. Oh, no! Down smash, I think, would have just purpled and covered pretty much everything.
Yeah, I guess I'm second guessing themselves. Okay, getting the kill there.
The classic, just lead anything into F smash.
We're going for the parry, not quite getting it.
Oh, no.
Ooh, that...
Wonder if they just didn't have a jump, or they just thought maybe the game was over. Get to the next one.
Triple maybe?
Bio is iClean Windows, indeed. The artist formerly known as iClean Windows.
Rivals players truly are artists. Alright, we're bringing it to tower.
I don't mind this pick. It's kind of good for both characters, but this is a really good stage for Claren, just in general.
Yeah, I mean, the sword just covers the platform so well. You get almost free platform tech chases sometimes.
It's interesting how much stage control changes when it comes to Rivals 1. It's almost like stage control in this stage is literally the top plat, whereas in many other platform fighters it would be the just bottom stage. So
Yeah, absolutely.
That's probably one of the biggest things to get used to with Rivals 2 is that, like, it is, I don't want to say it's a grounded game, but it's more of a grounded game. So stage control kind of feels more traditional in that sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, Bio trying to shark that platform. He's doing a great job getting out of the way. Gets the down strong. Are we going to get a kill off the top?
Hayes is very good at finding tipper up airs, so I wouldn't be too surprised. Oh, I don't know why you're doing that one. But Hayes is very good at finding tipper up airs, so I wouldn't be surprised by getting a random call-out read for just like a double jump high or something like that.
Ooh, the downward tornado. Getting a little hidden. Not
Yeah,
really
so
able to convert
Bio
it.
was going for the air dodge read and just kind of waiting for it, the tornado, but Hayes wasn't really in the proper position to kill for that. That'll do it, though. The classic slipstream dash attack into upclap. And there you go. All right, well,
Just like
even
that, we have
game.
an even game.
Doesn't
yeah.
matter.
I do think the stage is nicer for Hayes than Jules Vale. That top platform really helping Bio in a few situations last game with getting down. But here, Hayes just has so much control over the entire stage. I mean, that full hop nair kind of covers the entire center of the stage.
Yeah, so the heavy favorite, I don't want to say heavy favorite, but the favorite in this matchup would be Bio. They are the higher seed, but like Hayes is no slouch, for sure. It
Ooh,
would
get a
certainly
clap?
be an upset, but it wouldn't be like the world is ending. This has never happened before. Well, it hasn't, but you know what I'm saying. I don't know, Hayes has been one of those players where they've been in a situation where they've come so close to beating a few people that have just like been their demon.
And I think Hayes is also a player with a number of surprising upsets under their belt.
Yeah,
Like, you see this
yeah.
phenomenon with like a certain subset of Rivals players where like you kind of think that they could just beat anyone on the right day, you know?
Oh, jeez.
All right, Hayes has Bio off stage. Oh, that tornado doing a great
Tornado
job.
hitbox is so wild in this
Yeah.
game. You just don't know. Oh, wow, that purple's
Nice
all
to
right.
find.
Last suck. I mean, Raster can die early.
Yeah, Hayes has to stay safe here, not get hit by any crazy combo into clap here, but right now has Bio off stage, putting out these nairs, just walling out Raster over and over again. Good use of Bear as well. Okay, gets 33%, they're back to neutral. They're just trying to feel each other out once again.
Kind of just playing around each other. No one's really getting any big hits. Everyone's kind of afraid to do anything.
Hayes doing a great job staying safe. I mean, one of the things you hear about Claren over and over again is that the sort of solution to Claren is to whiff punish.
That
but
should be it. Yeah.
Hayes just mixing up their positionings.
That was one flub, one missed ledge dash, and just led to your death.
Yeah, that's how it be sometimes.
Have we seen a swap?
Maybe.
I think Hayes is thinking about it.
Maple?
That would be the other. All right, we're seeing the maple.
Okay.
I don't think this is a bad choice. Hayes' Claren is better than their maple, but they do have a maple, and the maple is a really good character. So, you know, if you're down 2-0, why not try it?
Yeah, sure. I totally get it. Fire Capital? That seems surprising to me. It seems that Bio can take advantage of the stage a lot more than Maple can. I don't know if you agree with that.
Bio likes the stage. Bio is going to look for... Yeah, Bio is going to do this.
Yeah, I'm really surprised Hayes would choose here.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good Maple stage, but if you know Bio, Bio is going to play slow. Bio is going... Like, no shame in playing quote-unquote lame. You know, you play to win.
No, Jarek, you have to shame the lame players.
Oh, you're right. Like everyone that shields in Rivals 2? What's wrong
Everyone who uses the shield button is lame.
Yeah, Bio's going to do this. Bio will sit there. Like, there's no reason to approach. And now Hayes chased, and they died. So if you're Hayes, you have to be disciplined. You can't go up there. You got to be disciplined.
Yeah, I feel like this Maple pick could have worked really well on a different stage, but I feel like Bio's just going to take these. I mean, like, Bio is playing quite shamelessly, which actually I really appreciate that.
I would not
I
be
love a good
surprised.
shameless neutral.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if we see a little bit of salt real soon. If Bio takes this next stock, yep. They thought about quitting.
Oh, but he's trying to get something started off stage here.
But you can take a stock. You guys can take a stock. I believe.
Ooh, is that? Oh, surviving the spike.
All right, learning from. Ooh, I'm still alive though. They're fine. That should be yeah. All right, you got a stock.
I mean, Hayes is still in this. Hayes just has to play safe and not overcommit against these platforms that Bio wants to stay up against.
Yeah, Bio is taking the approach. You have the lead. There's no reason to run at them. You know.
I like what Hayes is doing, going to this mid-level platform and jumping off over and over again to sort of threaten that spacing without fully committing to it.
What I would like to see Hayes do is put Lily on the other top plat so that Bio can't go over there.
That's smart. Yeah, those small platforms, it's pretty hard to parry Lily, I think. It's doable, but it can be tricky.
Yeah, because Bio's just jumping from one top plat to the other, and you can't go there anymore because you got to land and parry. So just, oh, I'm so close. Oh, well, I guess Lily's already out, so you couldn't do it right now.
Yeah, Bio doing such a great job staying safe.
Uh-oh. Okay, they're fine.
Oh,
that could be it?
Ooh, Hazy.
I think a tether would have killed there.
Ooh, 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 ooh!
Oh, caught the air dodge up.
And that's the set.
All right, so Bio takes it.
Good
Was
games.
that 3-0?
That was 3-0.
I see Hayes talking to Bio a little bit.
Hayes out at 5th place.
Yeah, that's a good
Great
placing.
showing. Yeah.
That's great. I think that was that their seed? I think that was their seed. I think they were seeded 6th. But that's 5th with 2 5th placers, you know.
Yeah, sure. So Bio moving on to loser semis. We're going to next have ZB versus Mystery Soul. That should be fun.
I think we also will be taking a commercial break.
I think that's going to be after this set.
Oh right,
no?
yeah, we're still losers quarters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So winner of this will go on to fight Bio. ZB versus Mystery Soul. Potentially Crag versus Sylvanos. Should be a very cool matchup to watch.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Mystery Soul play in a minute.
Yeah, I was talking to Mr. Soul all weekend, and yesterday he was talking about, like, I don't know if I'm really feeling Rivals 1, because he really likes Rivals 2. Like, Fleet is, like, his character. He gets that character. He's disgustingly good with that character, and it's really frustrating.
Okay.
Especially because Fleet just as a character can be really frustrating. But he was like, I don't know if I'm really feeling Rivals 1, you know? I just don't want to play Sylvanos ever again.
That makes me a little sad.
I had to
understand.
encourage him. I had to be like, all right, it's the last one we're running here in PDX Rivals or Rivals 1. Like, you can give it one last shot. And then he almost beats Bio. It was a game fight last hit. I'm like, you're sitting here talking about, like, you hate this character and you're never going to play it again?
The thing is, the way you described his description of Fleet, how it's just his perfect character, I feel like that's what Sylvanos used to be for him. His perfect character.
Well, there's the caveat of Sylvanos has a lot more downsides than Fleet does.
Okay, fair enough.
Which, to be fair, is not hard. Fleet is a very good character.
Yeah, these two have played a bunch of times before, of course.
I can't remember the last time they played.
I usually see them play online, I guess. I don't know
That
if
would
they've
be
played
fair.
offline before.
Yeah, that'd be fair. I generally don't have my eyes on the online brackets and really know what's going on over there. That would be more your realm.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a little while since I've sort of watched a lot of online play, but like these two often have close sets. I think Mystery Soul has won at least once. ZB is certainly the favorite, but Mystery Soul can do it. I mean, like I said before, there are certain players who you can see them beat anyone, and Mystery Soul's definitely one of those players. You see him pull crazy wins out all the time.
Yeah,
He's
I
a
mean,
very
Mystery Soul is
talented platform
he's
fighter
just
player.
really good at games.
Like, you see it in Ultimate, you see it in Rivals 1, apparently you see it in Rivals 2 too.
Yeah,
I
yeah, no,
hope to
he's-
see that tomorrow.
All right, so I doubled with Mystery Soul for Rivals 1 and Rivals 2. Got 3rd place in Rivals 1, 2nd place in Rivals 2 dubs. I'm saying that. There was only 3 teams in Rivals 1 dubs.
Okay.
But, no, in Rivals 2, we were in Losers Finals playing against Bio and Elkies. And Game 5, yeah, it was Game 5. It just immediately, I just die at like 10%.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh, God. And Soul just hard carried me that game. Like, I mean, you don't get that far by someone carrying you the whole time, but that game, he just straight up carried the whole game. Like, 2v1 the whole time, basically. Like,
That's awesome.
he's stupidly good at Rivals 2. It is disgusting. Like, the favorites for the Rivals 2 seeding, which we'll see tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we will have top 8 for Rivals 2. Right here on the same stage, which is a really sick stage. Yeah, I mean, Cake is seeded number 1, ZB is seeded number 2, and Soul is seeded number 3, but, like, any one of them could take it. Soul is that good.
Awesome. I'm excited to watch that.
Yeah, this is the first time, like, they played online, and I'm pretty sure Cake has won online. This is the first time in person they're going to be playing.
All right, we have the pre-match scrapping.
Jab, run away. Yeah. We're thankfully not getting the side B into the wall noise spam. My favorite is when we have, like, 4 people in doubles all doing that.
So it looks like the Crag is coming back out from ZB this time. I guess he just really didn't want to play the Maple matchup with it. Although, given how the set went, I do wonder how the Crag would have gone if he had just committed to it.
Yeah, it's still really interesting that they didn't play Crag against Elkies. But he clearly knows something we don't.
I do think a lot of Crags do just like the Sylvanas matchup. They feel like they can just live a really long time versus Sylvanas.
I'm trying to think of a character that doesn't like the Sylvanas matchup, Claren. Other than that, like, who doesn't like the Sylv matchup?
So, Mike, what I've observed is that a lot of people think they like the Sylvanas matchup until they like play against someone like Mystery Soul.
And AZ cards. We saw that with AZ cards too.
Yeah, and then they stop like.
You get hit by
Sylvanas
back air
matchup.
20 times. Why did I die at 20? I was just recovering and I got back air. Like, I hate this character. He's stupid.
Oh, a lot of damage coming out so far. But Soul's safe. Ooh, getting the loops on the platform. Yeah, if Soul is able to maintain this good distance, Crag will have a bit of a hard time with the openings. There's a certain sweet space. I mean, a lot of characters have this property versus Crag, but there's a certain sweet spot distance where it's hard for Crag to pull rock and it's hard for Crag to approach. And Sylv is able to maintain that distance very well once he achieves it. He has to close that gap first, but once he achieves it, he's able to maintain it. Between the strong ground movement and the really large range normals. Oh, is that gonna be the kill? No, DIing out of the Ferris. This pillar game, a big part of why Crag lives so long versus Sylv. Sylv doesn't have a great option for dealing with Crag on that platform, because these forward tilts just kind of go at a really awkward angle.
Yeah, and then
And
you
are
parry it,
parryable,
and
yeah. Alright, just gonna dash attack the rock, get that out of there.
I was gonna say at least. Oh well, first stock 200% takes the first stock anyway. I was gonna say at least Soul really likes the stage, but like, who doesn't love this stage?
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like Soul at this point needs to just find a random back air or something like that, or a forward air up air, something like that to kill. Forward air is not going to convert to up air. You just need to find something. And this is the stuff that, like, this is what makes Soul really tilted about Sylv. She's like, the character can't kill. Like, what am I doing here? There we go. Dash deck. Purple dash deck.
Nice and simple.
Sylv is heavy, so, I mean, Sylv could also live, but you're also trying to live against Crag. And that's easier said than done.
Oh, getting the combo off the up B. Unfortunately, not able to convert it. Eating all the grass in an attempt. Still has a little bit left with the up B if needed, but...
Oh, that
Ooh,
should be it.
parry,
Yeah.
Awkward dash attack. Maybe trying to call out an early side B ending. Oh, the double side B.
So close. That definitely would have killed.
Ooh, some fancy platform movement coming from ZB, but that down air is not going to hit.
Yeah, Sylph can mostly just kind of hold out and survive most things, which against Crag, that is your best option most of the time. Ooh, that, all right, little poor DI going the wrong way.
Yeah, no grass on stage means that recovery is going to be really, really hard for you. ZB taking that first game. We're going to get the counter pick coming from Soul. Perhaps something like Rockwall or Spirit Tree to just end those stocks against Crag rather quickly.
If I'm Soul, we got to see where they're banned. Are Armadas left open? No, they're being indecisive. What do you ban here?
Yeah, I mean, okay, ZB
FD is open?
Armada.
Or, I mean, do you go to FD? Do you get baited into it?
We're going to go to Jules Veil? Okay.
All right. I mean, this is a good Soul stage. It was fine. I'm kind of surprised he didn't go FD, but Crag is also kind of a mess on FD.
Forest Floor used to sort of be Mr. Soul's go-to counter pick, and it wasn't banned, so I'm a little surprised to not see that get picked, especially when I would imagine it's... I mean, not that Crag is bad on the stage or anything, but that horizontal space is really, really nice for Sylph. But we'll see how this works out. Lots of grass on stage for Sylph to work with here.
That was a really, really smooth ledge dash into side B.
Alright, we're parrying all these projectiles like crazy. Oh, are we living? Okay, we're living. Okay,
No,
we're
we're
not living
not.
that one.
You just had to say something.
It's all my fault.
The players never make decisions for themselves. It's always the commentators. Which just say nothing, no one will win. Solved game.
True.
All right, ZB has gone ahead pretty much every game so far by just living for a long time, which is what Crag does best. But off stage, get the wall jump, get the pillar back. If I'm Mystery Soul, I'm gonna stop just spamming flowers there and just kind of try to like trap them, try to trap any option they take coming back.
Yeah, because Crag eventually has to jump back up there, right?
Yeah,
and you
they
can
have
use
to
your
go back.
gigantic aerials to threaten that space in front of you.
Or your down tilt.
Or your down tilt. You can mix that up with just standing there or mix that up with your empty hops.
Yeah,
And
personally, when a Crag is doing that to me, I'm not really bothered by it because I'm like, all right, well, I'm on stage. So
it's so tempting to want to kill them when they're off the stage, you know?
ZB did a really good like reverse up air, so the DI was going to be messed up.
Ooh, nice back air. Unfortunately, not going to make that convert into anything. ZB just getting a lot of damage out these. Oh my god! Okay.
Caught it with the down special. ZB died first, but who cares? He won.
True. All right. Once again, we're gonna have the counter pick from Soul. I don't think we're gonna go back to Jillsville again. I think he's gonna try something new. Oh, we have a different set of bands this time.
Okay. Okay. This is fine stage. This is a good Sylph stage. Look at chat and see. Bring back Drift DI.
I'm all for it.
I like Drift DI, but I could take it or leave it. I love Rivals 2. Rivals 2 feels sick.
Ooh. Gonna punish him while he's holding rock. Unfortunately, not able to convert that into anything super big. Great DI from ZB over and over again. Avoiding the really, really long soul combos.
Ooh, good parry. It was weird because it was a timing mix-up for the forward air instead of up air, and he still parried it. Oh. Well, last two stocks have been down specials.
I think ZB often, based on a conversation I just had with him like half an hour ago, I think ZB often thinks of parrying in these situations as essentially just 50-50, so he'll often just like let it rip. And
I feel
not
like letting
worry.
it rip is just ZB in a nutshell.
Yeah, and especially when you're playing a character like Crag that can afford to lose like those interactions sometimes. Like you're not just gonna automatically die in a lot of those interactions, so it can definitely be worth it.
In the classic words of Bio, Crag is never ahead nor behind. And it is true, unironically.
Oh, ZB trying to chase Sylph. Sylph not getting the whiff punish.
Tell me this, how many times have you seen Crag go down like 3 stocks to 1 and you just get bodied the whole game and then somehow wins anyway?
Yeah, that's definitely a thing. It's a classic heavyweight thing in general, I think.
You know, we talk about who the like mascot of Rivals really is, but like, could it be Crag? Crag is probably the most Rivals character I can think of.
Crag is definitely a very Rivals character. That's true. If you want to, like, if I were to show Rivals to someone and be like, this is what makes the characters different from, say, Melee or Slap, like, I'd probably, yeah, I'd probably choose Crag.
All right, so Sylve, one stock left. They got to win this game. If not, they will be out at 5th.
Yeah, I think
the reverse hit.
Ooh, is that gonna kill? Nice up air. Are we gonna get another up air?
Didn't parry that for some reason. Just chose to outspace it. No jump. Oh, down special again.
Okay.
All right, it's going to be a 3-0 for
GG's.
ZB. 5th place for Mystery Soul. Good showing. Probably the last time we're ever going to be seeing Sylvanos from Soul before we go right to Rivals 2.
That screen is frozen, right? Mystery Soul's not just in a trance.
Yeah, it is indeed frozen.
I mean, maybe when you get so focused
that's
on
how
the
he's
game.
feeling.